Hey guys, welcome back to Opimation, and in this video we'll be talking about how to create a showreel for applying for a job and how the showreel is to be structured and what's the best way to go about it. Little snippet from my course, it's about a 3-minute video, so I hope you enjoy it. So let's dive straight in.
Creating a showreel for a job. What company do you want to work for? Yeah, so for example, I used to work, my first job was at Ninja Theory, worked on a game called Heavenly Sword. You may have played it. Spoke to a lot of people there. I was a junior animator at the time, but I came in as an environment artist, then I became a junior animator. They said they would rather see showreels with combat because they were so heavily combat based, those games. So a simple 20-second or 10-second sequence of a guy jumping, then he attacks and then lands, something like that. It's perfectly simple, as long as there's quality for them, Remember, it's all about quality, not quantity. You don't want to keep putting loads of stuff on and average stuff. You want the best stuff. And also when you're doing your showreel, you want the best stuff at the start. And then you want, obviously still want your best stuff in the middle, good stuff. But you want the best of the best at the start and the best of the best at the end, because you want to grab them straight away. Because you've got to understand, these people have got, when I was applying, they had stacks of DVDs because we had to have our showreels on DVDs. Now it's all online, right? So they want to see something that will grab their attention. If you look at YouTube, when an advert comes on, when you play a video, what is it? 5 seconds, right? 5 seconds to grab your attention. Or otherwise, what do? You quickly skip it. So you need to grab their attention straight away with some proper quality animations. When you've done that, they're hooked. Then you don't want to put too much in so they get like bored. I mean, it might be all good stuff, but you want to do about a minute. 2 minutes max, a minute, but you want to leave them wanting more. So that's a good sequence to go. So you want the best stuff at the start, best of the best, then your really good stuff, and the best of the best at the end. And that will lure them into giving you an interview. Now, once you get the interview, you have more or less, you have got the job, but you just can't mess up the interview. Now, that all depends on what you say then, isn't it? Now, in an interview, just be yourself. The video game industry is so laid back. You just need to be yourself, If you have a bit of experience, you can talk about how you work with designers, how you work with programmers to get mechanics working together, what have you. You can talk about these things, because they're going to ask you in interviews, okay, if you haven't got no experience, that's fine. But if you do, they will ask you, all right, what did you do at this job or that job? And you have to explain. And more or less of the time in video games, you're working in a collaborative process. So if you're doing an animation or sequence, you tend to work with designers. If it's a sort of a difficult thing you want to achieve, you can talk to designers about it. Then you talk to programmers to see if the mechanics will work with this design and what have you. So in interviews, just be yourself. Be honest, be yourself, and just be truthful. And ask about the company as well. At the end, when they say to you, do you have any questions? Do your research for the company before you come in. Have some questions in your mind, because they want you to know. They want you to ask those questions. They want you to be interested. They want you to ask, for example, is the company secure? Long term. Is there any projects long term? Because that shows them that, all right, this guy is thinking about staying here long term. This is someone we can invest in. So you got to think about all these things when you're going for an interview, and shine as well. Show your personality. Don't just be polite in everything, but show your personality as well. Don't be nervous. I know it's very easy to be nervous, but just chill, relax, be yourself, and just do the best you can with the time you have at that moment, and you'll be all right, man. You'll be fine. So just take those little pointers, and you'll be fine with that. So but keep applying as well. Don't be disheartened if you don't get a job, because sometimes, I'm a great mentor, Steve Cady, one of my mentors at the animation course I did. He said to me, don't worry, don't change for a company. Maybe if you didn't get a job in that company, it didn't suit you. That's why. But there may be times in your career where you're at a company and you just feel like, this isn't me, it doesn't suit me. could be a project, could be the people, could be whatever. But that's fine. You just move on to another one, and you keep moving on until you find a company that just suits you. Whether it's massive corporate companies like, you know, EA, Activision, Blizzard, whatever, or independent studios like Ninja Theory. So there's, you know, you got to decide that. Where do you want to work, corporately or independently? That's you know, that's obviously your choice. I can't make people do that. But just be as you get more experience in video games, you will start to know what choices to make, you know, because if you work at a corporate company and you work at independent, you know what suits you. So don't change for a company, you know. My advice would be, but eventually find a company that works for you. And really, if you want to really do it, make your own game. Get a little group of people and make your own game. Yeah. But anyway, I'm rambling on there. Interviews, be yourself, be honest, ask, and when the interviewer says there's any questions you want to ask them questions as well. Just don't say no, because it shows them that you're interested as well. Yeah. So, and also summing up the showreel: best of the best work first, then your best work, then your best of the best work at the end. Yeah. And then that's what's going to sell. And get a website out there as well. Definitely. First thing to do, even when when you're just finishing this course as well, just get a website ready, and then work on your reel and upload the release. It's ready there. Yeah. Okay, that's. And I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you an example. Like this is, you've probably seen my showreel. Yeah. So for example, my showreel here, I've put. This is, I consider this some of my best work, as in like motion wise. You know. This is stuff I did in California, yeah? So I'll put all this best work up first, and then in the middle, I've got my Lego work, all my Lego stuff, yeah? And then at the end, I've got my work I did on my animation course. So that's basically the structure. Best of the best, at the end, best of the best, yeah?
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a quick little snippet on how to create a showreel. I've had a bit of a busy week with putting up doors and looking after my daughter, so I will be doing more videos on animating and workflow. But in the meantime, if you could like, share and subscribe, or know anyone who will benefit from this video that you think it might help them, that would help me a lot. That would help the channel a lot. And in the meantime, happy animating and enjoy what you're doing, and most importantly, have fun, and I'll see you in the next video.